Check.
Good afternoon.
I can't. Oh, there you go.
Hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Viking basketball BFSC events. We're here in Frenchtown with the Western A. So that kind of sounds different. Western A tip-off tournament. We've played here before, but we are now in A this year, so that'll be a little bit different. The Vikings getting ready to take on the Frenchtown Broncos, the home team here. So a big battle with and pregame brought to you by a new sponsor I have out there, JD Detailing. Josh Deagley, 406-261-1460, in business for 3.5 years. He was voted second in the best of Flathead this last year, so that's a great job. See JD Detailing. Give him a call if you want to have your vehicle detailed, and he'll help you out there. So he came by this morning when I was doing Toys for Tots, dropped off a large water and something for me to eat this morning. So
good guy.
I'm glad to have him on board, as well as my other sponsors we'll talk about as the season goes on. So we're here for the tip-off, and it's Bigfork taking on Frenchtown, the host team. Along with my partner, Matt Prevecchio, the athletic director for Bigfork.
Hey, James.
Talk about this upcoming season. We're in A now, so a little bit different last year. Last year, we're very successful. The boys took third.
A bit unexpected, I'd say, too. I don't know if everybody had that in the cards.
No, not especially after Nick Walker went down in the semis against Malta. You wouldn't think that going against that Columbus team with the I believe 6'9" guy, 6'10" guy, and then the 6'5" guy. But
exceptional season.
They did a phenomenal job.
Yep.
I think the biggest change is we lost 5 seniors from last year. But what we got back is 3 guys that didn't play last year. Yep. A known starter every year. Colin Wade, our point guard.
Colin Wade, we have some underclassmen that are going to be making an appearance, I'm sure, that are real contributors.
And we lost during the season. We lost Cole Kanopic, but he's back this year. And then his brother, who didn't play at all last year.
Shoulder injury.
And he got hurt in football. And you know what? I've heard great things about him. And I'm
good family, good young man.
Yeah, the Kanopics are great people. So
and they're from Frenchtown. That's where John Michael, at least, the father of the family, they're from the Frenchtown area. Went to school in Frenchtown. So
talk about these kids and this season, losing those 5 seniors, 5 key parts, right? A lot of starters there, but, we have some starters back. Eli Thornes. We also have Wyatt Johnson, who started last year. So
very big contributor.
New starters and some young kids underneath that got to really step up for the Vikings.
I think like a lot of teams, it's a reset. It's a chance. That's why tip-offs are fun. You get to see where everybody's at, work out the kinks, find out roles. Find out your roles and responsibilities, and it's just fun. It's fun to see the kids back out there competing.
Yeah, it'll be interesting tonight as they take on Frenchtown has this big 6'7" guy I saw the other night in Whitefish.
A monster, yes.
Who can handle the basketball. He can shoot outside. He can drive inside. He can dish. So that'll be probably, I would say, the biggest challenge for the Vikings.
Otherwise, size, I think we match up pretty well. Boy, you were too, that Columbia Falls rematch of this football state championship. There's some big boys out there. Wow.
That one, the game that
unbelievable.
Ended 52-51.
Schweikert had a chance to win it.
Schweikert had a chance at the buzzer, 2.3 to go.
Easiest shot he had of the day.
Yeah, he hit it off the glass, but not right angle.
Great effort. Yep.
So, and speaking of which, we'll take on Dillon tomorrow.
That's right.
But first thing is first, as Coach will always say, is the game in front of you right tonight.
Yep.
And it's taking on the Frenchtown Broncos.
Yep.
And we'll see how that goes.
Great opportunity, great competition. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, so am I. Looking forward to calling it. Want to get into our starting lineups? Why not? We'll talk about the starting lineups and we'll finish up with you here. Starting lineups brought to you by Averill's Flathead Lake Lodge, where they proudly supported Bigfork Athletics since 1945, and a proud sponsor again. I can't thank my sponsors enough, but
keep coming back.
Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Frenchtown. First of all, they got a 6'2" junior, number 0, Leighton Sear. One of their captains is a 5'11" senior captain, number 2, Duggan, if you will, Yachts. At 5'10", senior, number 3, Bo Peterson. And then I talked about him earlier, 6'7", a senior, captain, number 13, Eli Quinn. I'm sure he's going to go play college ball somewhere. And then finally a 6'4" freshman at 6'4", number 34, Hank Smith. For head coach, Brandon Robbins, assisted by Dan Moe and Matt Warren. For the Vikings tonight, taking a look at their starting lineup here. So it's not what you're used to last year. So a different starting lineup. First of all, a 5'11" senior guard, number 0, Wyatt Johnson. At 6'2", he started last year, senior forward, number 5. He came off the bench last year, started this year at guard, a 6-foot senior, number 10, Jack Jensen. And then we have Colin Wayback, who was a starting point guard as a freshman.
I'm excited to see Colin.
Senior guard, lefty, number 22, Colin Wade. And then the debut. We didn't get to see him last year. He's a sophomore guard at 6 foot even, number 25, Asher Kanopik. So for head coach John Hollow, he's assisted by Adam Jort and Brandon Bazzola. So that is your starting lineups for both teams. But Flathead Lake Lodge. We've got about 3 minutes till tip-off here from Frenchtown. We're over in the middle school, and we'll get this game underway. I'll let you go.
James,
Thanks
take
for
care, buddy.
Pregame.
Yep,
and
pleasure.
Maybe
thanks
when
for
the
everything.
girls play at 7:30, you'll be back.
Don't be late for the ride home.
No, don't leave without me. All right, I'll be back after this timeout from Frenchtown. All right, welcome back to Frenchtown, Montana. We're here. It is the Vikings taking on the Bronx here. Scheduled 4:30 game, run just a little bit behind. And luckily we have a good break before the girls play at 7:30, taking on the Lady Bronx here from Frenchtown. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and Vows. 406-270-7384. It looks like Jack and Donna Gannier listening in from Bigfork. I know other folks will be listening in as well. And we'll get underway here as the Vikings tip this thing off. Frenchtown in orange with black numbers and black stripes on the top, and their name in white. For Bigfork, they're in their light blue, whites with blue numbers and blue outline lettering of their names, and the numbers are in blue. For Bigfork, and blue and gray stripes looks like on the side for Bigfork. So getting underway, we'll see how this goes here from Frenchtown Western A tip-off tournament, and we'll be in Lewistown next week as they take on some other teams. So we have Frenchtown today, and tomorrow we'll take on Dillon. So getting underway here from this matchup, Thorness jumping it up against Eli Quinn. Quinn having the advantage just a little bit, 6'7". Thorness wins the toss. Asher Kanopik, he'll kick it over to Colin Wade. Wade wearing number 22 and bring it out to the top of the key. Man-to-man defense by the Bronx over to Wyatt Johnson. Underneath, Wade, puts the layup just too hard on a nice pass from Jensen and rebounded there by Frenchtown. Quinn, he'll give it to the top of the key. over to Jans. Jans giving back to the top of the key. Eli Quinn looking to drive. Asher Kanapik guarding him. Nice job. Jensen goes down and grabs the rebound. They'll give it out to Wade. Wade will bring it up the timeline. Cross the timeline. Feeds it out in the left corner. Eli Thorne is back out to Wade. Top of the key to Wyatt Johnson. Johnson looking underneath. It's Asher Kanapik around the right side. He's guided by Quinn. They'll kick it out to Wyatt Johnson. Shot clock down to 15 seconds. Johnson get over to Thornus. Thornus can bring it top of the key. Picks up his dribble. Gives it over to Jensen with 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Colin Wade, top of the key. Thought about shooting the three. Going to drive. Gives it over to Johnson. Johnson trying to drive up, under, off the glass. Just a little bit too hard by Johnson. And rebounded there by Quinn. Quinn up the side. He'll give it out to Jans. Trying to get it back out to Quinn. Denying is Asher Kanapik. Finally gets it to Quinn. Quinn looking to drive. Kicks it over to Peterson. Peterson three-point shot. Rebounded there off the right side of the rim. Jensen with the basketball. He'll bring it to the front court. Over the left side on the left wing. Looking out. Trying to find Wade. Finally. Gets underneath. Stolen away. And Kanapik gets out on the ground. Sear comes up. Sear will give it to Quinn. Quinn will kick it over to Peterson. Peterson underneath. They'll give it up to Smith. Smith for the free throw line. Shot up. No good. Nobody's found a bucket yet. Rebound, but Jensen tosses the timeline. Thornus, or check off the glass. No good with the left hand. And rebounded by Frenchtown. It's Quinn with the basketball. Out there half court. 5:55 to go. No score yet here in the ball game. Shot clock down to 24. On the drive is Peterson. He'll give it back up to Sear. Sear, finally a bucket goes in with the left hand for Frenchtown. 2-0 on your Bigfork Harvest Foods scoreboard. Jensen, and he'll get fouled there by Sear. That's his first team foul. And they go to 5 team fouls in a quarter. Then they will shoot free throws. There are no 1-and-1s before that. They'll shoot 2 then. Jensen inbound. They get to the Colin Wade. Colin Wade on the left right side gets it out to Jensen. Jensen top of the key. Looking to drive. Kicks it to Thornus. Thornus thought about the three. Over to Wyatt Johnson. About a little 15-footer. No good off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Quinn. He'll quickly get it up the court to Jans. Jans back to Smith. Smith underneath. Feeds it to Sear. Sear too strong. And Thornus grabs the rebound for the Vikings. He'll get it out to Colin Wade with under 5:10 to go here in the first quarter. 2-0 on your Harvest Food scoreboard. And the Vikings trail. Backdoor, Eli Thornus off the glass. And a nice pass there by Jack Jensen on the alley-oop backdoor. 2-2 now here. The Vikings tie that up. Pressure defense put on by the Vikes. Quinn will give it up. Gives it up to Smith from Peterson. And Smith will score off the glass for Frenchtown. Quickly up, Wyatt Johnson looking to drive. Up, under, loses it, and he'll lose it out of bounds. And Johnson thought it was off Frenchtown, but not. In the ball game for Frenchtown, number 55, Henry Griffin. Coming in the ball game for the Vikings, number 23, that's Cole Kanapik. And a little substitution here. Also entering the ball game is number 15 for Bigfork. I gotta see, make sure that's Austin Savick for the Vikings. So Frenchtown will inbound, gets it to Quinn in the backcourt. Little pressure defense put on by the Vikes. Sear looking, gives it over to Quinn. Quinn top of the key, kicks it over. Peterson from the left side. Thought about the three, gets it to Quinn. Quinn up underneath, knocked away, and Jensen comes up with it. Savick stolen away by Sear. Loses the loose ball down to the corner. And Thornus will grab it. And the Vikings will take a 30-second timeout. 4:20 to go here in the first. Frenchtown leads 4-2 here on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboards. We're just getting underway here in the first quarter of this ball game in the tip-off tournament, the Western A tip-off tournament between the Vikings and the Broncos here. 406-270-7384. Text me, let me know you listen out there, and I'll give you a shout-out. So Bigfork gets a timeout. 29 seconds left of the shot clock. We got 4:20 to go here in the first. They trail by 2. at 4-2 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Here from Frenchtown. Savick is going to inbound in the backcourt. He's going to get it to Colin Wade. Pressure defense put up by Bo Peterson. Wade, the senior point guard, glad to have him back. Wade, spin move. He's going to drive over the left side, looking underneath, gives out Jensen. Jensen, back to Wade. In the corner, Cole Kanopik in the left corner. Kicks it out to Wade. Wade underneath. Finds Thornus. Thornus thought about driving. Kicks it over Jensen. Jensen looking. Pull-up jumper by Jensen. For the right elbow is good for 2. He'll tie the game at 4. Under 4 minutes to go here. 3:50 and counting. Thornus knocks it away. Thought he had the steal. Number 25, Asher Kanopik, back in the lineup. And he'll come back in, give Colin Wade a break here early with 3:49 to go at 4-4 here on the Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Griffin will give it in to Jantz. Jantz looks like a 2-3 zone by the Vikes. Quinn looking to drive left side, not going to leave him open. Peterson will kick it over to Jantz. Jantz thought about the 3. Going to kick it back. Peterson, he'll shoot that as well. Kicks it over to Jantz. Right elbow. Right wing, kicks it out. Griffin to Quinn. Fakes the 3. Drives, puts up the jumper with the left hand. Good for 2. Quickly up. Asher Kanopik gets the ball back, nearly stolen by Frenchtown. And gets it over to Jensen. Jensen over on the left side, gets it out towards the top of the key, looking. Gets it over Asher Kanopik. Looking underneath, back to Jensen. Thornus, 3-throw line. Kanopik looking. Going to drive, pull up, gives it. Austin Savick off the rim, no good. Jensen hustling in there, nearly getting the rebound, but Sear will come up with it for Frenchtown. They get it out to Eli Quinn. Eli Quinn in the front court. Sear, top of the key, man-to-man defense. Savick all over Sear at the top of the key. Underneath, Griffin, give and go, and goes off of Jensen's foot, out of bounds. And Wyatt Johnson back in the ballgame for Bigfork. And number 11, Connor Klimpel, will enter the ballgame for Frenchtown. 2:44 to go here in the first. 6-4 Frenchtown leads on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. Quinn to inbound. He'll get it out to Peterson. Back underneath to Quinn. And Thorne is going to get caught for the push underneath. That's the first personal on him, and first team foul on the Vikings here in the first. Quinn will inbound here on the near side in the front court. They get to Sear. Sear thought about the shot. Wyatt Johnson knocks it away. Peterson comes up with it, kicks it out to Quinn. Quinn, three-point shot on the way. Short off the rim, rebounded by Cole Kanopik. Cole up underneath. Tries to feed it to Thorne, is stolen away by Quinn. Quinn tall and 6'7". Couldn't get it over the top of him. And Quinn will bring it across the timeline. 2:20 to go. Quinn pulls up for the jumper. Looks short there. It is. Asher Kanopik nearly get the rebound. Griffin gets the rebound, puts it up. Then Quinn comes in, gets the rebound off the glass. No good. And the whistle blows. There's going to be a foul. Fouls on 0. That's Wyatt Johnson. That's his second team foul. And at the line, shooting 2. It'll be number 13, Eli Quinn for Frenchtown with 2:10 to go here in the first. Shot up, off the rim, no good. Colin Wade back in for Bigfork. Number 4, Jackson Haynes checking in for Frenchtown and returning number 34, Hank Smith for the Bronx. One more for Quinn here with 2:10 to go here in the first quarter. They lead 6-4. Shot up and good. Now they lead 7-4 on your Flathead Lake Live scoreboard. Asher Kanopik into Colin Wade. Pressure defense put up by Klimpo, gives it up to Kanopik. Back to Wade. Wade will bring it in the front court. Left side, Cole. Colin back to Asher. Cole wanted to shoot the 3. Can't put it up there. That's 6'7". Quinn's right there. And Quinn dunks it. Gets fouled from behind by Colin Wade. The dunk basket is good. That's the first personal on Colin Wade. Third team foul. Cole Kanopik will go out. Number 33, Jack Lucky in the ballgame for Bigfork. And Quinn will shoot the and 1. So Quinn at the line, 9-4 now on your Hanson Excavating scoreboard. Shot up is good. A 6-point lead. 1:52 to go here in the first. Colin Wade will drive it up the left side. Klimpo guarding him. Pressure defense. Colin gets it out. Asher Kanopik, left corner. Colin Wade looking for Lucky underneath. Wade will give it over to Jensen. Jensen top of the key. Colin Wade. Wyatt Johnson top. Looking. Back to Wade. Wade, long three on the way. Off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by Griffin. He'll give it up to Quinn. With 1:25 to go, Quinn will kick it over to Haynes. Back to Quinn. Quinn left side looking to drive. Konopik doing a good job of guarding him. Klimpel gets underneath the Griffin. Knocked away there by Wyatt Johnson. As he dives on the floor, knocks it out of play. It'll remain Frenchtown basketball. 19 seconds on the shot clock, 1:13 to go here in the first. Quinn inbound to Griffin. Back to Klimpel looking for Quinn. Underneath. Baseline spin move by Quinn off the glass. No good. Rebounded there by Lucky. And Quinn's going to get whistled for the foul. That's his first personal and second team foul. And Jensen will inbound in the backcourt for Bigfork. 1:03 to go here in the first. And looks like Bigfork needs to get their offense going. Colin Wade will give it over to Asher Konopik, left side. Back to Colin. In the corner, Wyatt Johnson. Colin Wade. Underneath gets Asher Konopik. Up, under, fakes it. Off the glass for two. Asher Konopik scores the bucket. Back to Griffin. Give it to Smith. Smith stole it away. Konopik gonna look. Quinn's gonna leave him alone. Gives it up. I don't know why. Gave it Colin Wade off the glass. Misses it. Rebounded there by Jack Lucky. Top of the key. Colin Wade 3-point shot on the way. The lefty bounces straight up. Lucky battling underneath with Quinn and Griffin. And they'll say it went off Lucky. Under 25 seconds to go. So the shot clock is off here in the first quarter. 10-6 on your Hanson Excavating scoreboard. Frenchtown leads Bigfork. Quinn across the timeline to Klimpel. Klimpel over right side. Smith, Klimpel, Quinn with the basketball. Asher Konopik. 3-point shot on the way is good by Eli Quinn. 5 seconds to go. Asher Konopik, 2 seconds. Looking, floater on the baseline. Shoots it up, no good. Just off the edge of the rim. Eli Thornus will return for Bigfork in the second quarter. After one complete here in Frenchtown, it is the Frenchtown Bronx 13, the Bigfork Vikings 6, as Leighton Sear comes back in the ballgame for Frenchtown. We'll take a timeout here. 13-6 on your Hanson Excavating scoreboard here from Frenchtown. The Bronx lead the Vikes. Well, welcome back to Frenchtown. Second quarter, possession arrow points towards Frenchtown. Hoagie Hogan listening out there as well to the broadcast. So Asher Konopik, Wyatt Johnson, Eli Thornus, Jack Lucky, and Jack Jensen in the ballgame for Bigfork. Haynes, Eli Quinn, Sear, Smith, and Klimpel in for Frenchtown. Sear off the glass for two underneath. And Jensen to bring it up. They'll give it up. Thornus back to Jensen across the timeline. Jensen top of the key over to Thornus. They'll give it up to Wyatt Johnson. Jensen looking to drive. Johnson fakes the three. Back out to Jensen. Looking to drive underneath Lucky. Jensen. Johnson over on the left side. Thornus pump fake up. The glass no good. Rebounded by Quinn. And nothing following for the Vikes right now. Quinn with the basketball. Klimpel will look to drive. Kicks it out. Back to Haynes. Over to Quinn. Quinn left side. Thought about the three. Going to drive on Asher Konopik. Shoots up left-handed. No good. Shoots it short. Nice defense by Konopik. Thornus will give it up to Jensen. Jensen over on the left side. on the left wing. Bash looking cross court. Johnson had Asher. Konopik looking to drive. Wyatt Johnson from the right wing. Off the glass. Misses it. Smith looking up the court. Finds Haynes. Quinn baseline. Over on the left side. Looking to drive. Going to go up and going to dunk it. Is Eli Quinn. 17-6, 6:34 to go. Jensen with the basketball. 17-6. Frenchtown leads Bigfork on your JD detailing scoreboard. White Johnson underneath back, Lucky backdoor, finds Thornus. Thornus up off the glass, gets blocked by Smith. They'll give it over to Quinn. Quinn left side, looking to drive. Drive on Konopik. Nice defense by Asher. And Smith takes steps backwards to try to get the shot up, and he travels. Cole Konopik back in the ball game for Bigfork. Checking in is Dylan Provecchio, number 30 for the Vikes. Jensen will go out, and Thornus will get a break. Looks like number 2, Jans back in for Frenchtown. And Quinn will get a break. Asher Konopik, three-point shot, splashdown. Nice shot by Konopik. And traveling as Klimple gets trapped over there by Johnson and Lucky. And he travels trying to get rid of it. So 5:52 to go, 17-9 here. Asher Konopik with a basketball. Gives it over to Cole. Konopik. Wyatt Johnson will bring it out to the top of the key. Asher down to Lucky. Lucky got to take that up. Underneath, tries to feed Dylan Provecchio. It'll be a held ball as Provecchio and Lucky looking to tie up Smith underneath. Held ball, the arrow points towards Bigfork. Number 3, Bo Peterson back in the lineup for Frenchtown. 5:38 to go, 17-9 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. The Vikings trail. A bench warning on Frenchtown. Next time it'll be a technical. Into Lucky. Lucky off the glass, no good. Rebounded there by Smith. Smith will give it over to Peterson. Peterson across the timeline. He'll get over to Duggan. Or Jans. Duggan Jans, excuse me. Jans looking to drive, kicks it up, kicks it out. Baseline Sear. Cut off and a blocking foul there by Wyatt Johnson. I believe that's going to be his second and first team foul. So no free throws as Quinn will come back in replacing Haynes. And second personal on Wyatt Johnson. First team foul here in the second. Quinn get fed underneath, looking to drive on Asher. Quinn right there. Goes up. Asher get called for the foul. They count the bucket. So fouls on 25. His first, second team foul. The bucket is good. And Eli Quinn will go to the line to shoot the and one. It's 20-9 here with 5:16 to go on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Asher Konopik tries to get it up to Dylan Provecchio, and Quinn knocks it out of bounds. Jensen will go in for Cole Konopik. Asher taking it out of bounds here in the front court, right in front of me, off the bench. So Asher to inbound, looking. Gets it into Jensen. Jensen, top of the key, guarded by Peterson. Gets it over to Wyatt Johnson. Underneath, Dylan Provecchio, underneath the Jack. Lucky. Foul's going to get called on 13. I believe that's his second. It is, and should be the second team foul or first team foul. Eli Thorne is back in the lineup for Bigfork. Here, 5:05 to go. Also, Colin Wade replacing Provecchio. Inbound, Jensen underneath, gets it. Asher Konopik, the little floater, makes it for 2. 20-11, under 5 to go on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Drive by Peterson, floats it up, misses it. Smith gets the rebound, puts it back up for the Bronx, Cole, or Colin Wade over to Asher Konopik, right side. Going to kick it out to Colin Wade. Wade back to Konopik, baseline, Eli Thornus. Kick it out, Asher Konopik looking to drive. Gives it to Wyatt Johnson, up under, feeds Thornus underneath. Thornus gets blocked, but Johnson cleans up, gets the rebound, puts it back in for two. A nice job there by Wyatt Johnson. They'll get over to Quinn. Quinn right side in the corner. Shot on the way. It's too strong there by Yance. And out of bounds off Frenchtown. It'll be Bigfork basketball, number 55. Henry Griffin back in, replacing Sear for the Bronx. 4:15 to go. Vikings trail 22-13 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Jensen will give it into Colin Wade. Wade back to Jensen in the front court. Pressure defense put on by Frenchtown. Asher Konopik, Wyatt Johnson. Johnson bring it out top of the key. Colin Wade, three-point shot by Wade. Off the rim, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it underneath to Thornus. And the referees couldn't decide who was off. But I don't think they know. And they gave it to Frenchtown. Quinn with the basketball, gives it to Smith. Smith underneath Griffin, back out to Quinn. Quinn, Konopik on him. Spin move by Quinn. Gives it over to Peterson. Peterson baseline drive. Thornus thought he stole it away from Peterson. It'll remain Frenchtown basketball. 3:40 to go. 22-13. Quinn to inbound. Give it into Griffin over on the left side. Out to Yance. Quinn in the corner for three. Short. Jensen comes up with a loose ball off the rebound. They give it up. Pulls it up. Sets it up. Gives it over to Wade. Wade underneath. Finds Thornus. Thornus down to Colin Wade. Back to Jensen. Wade. Three-point shot of the way. Off the rim. No good. Asher Konopik tips it right to Thornus. Thornus with a little 8-footer. Sinks it for two. And Frenchtown will take a timeout. A 30-second timeout taken down by the Bronx with 3:09 to go here till halftime. 22-15 here on your Hanson Excavating scoreboard. The Vikings trail. So Frenchtown already played this week. They played at Whitefish on Tuesday. Bigfork doesn't have a game under their belt, so I think Bigfork just filling it out. Got to see what they need to do with a game situation, as Frenchtown's already had a ball game, and they took care of Whitefish pretty handily up in Whitefish on Tuesday night. So 33 seconds on the shot clock. In the backcourt, Smith will inbound. Pressure defense, full court pressure defense put on by Bigfork. Gets it into Peterson. Peterson, they're trying to trap him. And Wyatt shot nearly steals it away. Smith comes up with it. Feeds it over to Peterson on the left side. Peterson trying to drive. Griffin, left corner. Quinn's going to look to drive and block. Looked like a clean block to me. Then Thornus is going to call for the foul. So second foul on Thornus. Third team foul here in the second quarter. And at the line, Eli Quinn will shoot two here momentarily with 2:53 to go. Official had to tie his shoe. So now we go. Quinn with the first one. They'll relax. He'll get two here. Shot up is good. And Eli Quinn, a 6'7" senior. This guy can play. I saw him on Tuesday. He can shoot the basketball. He can drive it at 6'7". I'm sure he'll be going somewhere to play college basketball next year. Quinn's second shot, no good. This time, Thornus comes up with a rebound. Under 3 minutes to go here till halftime. Colin Wade across the timeline, gets it over to Jensen. Jensen back to Wade. They can try to set it up. Asher Konopik. Jensen on the high post. Pulls up for the jumper. Is good by Jack Jensen. Just in front the free throw line. About a 10-footer by Jensen is good. Now back within six now. 23-17. And turnover. It loses. Frenchtown loses it out of bounds as Bigfork battling back. 23-17, 2:28 to go till halftime. And number 4, Jackson Haynes checks in the ball game for the Bronx. Jensen will get it into Colin Wade. Wade crossed the timeline. Over the right side, Thornus back to Wade. Jensen, backdoor cut. Off the backboard on the alley-oop, backdoor to Thornus. They do it again and score it. Off the basket, off the backboard for 2. So within 4 now. Smith looking, trying to get it to Quinn underneath. Pressure defense put on Bigfork. Haynes will get over to Peason. Haynes, top of the key. Quinn over the left side, loses it. Knocked away there by and Quinn, alley-oop, up and under, puts it in and nearly stolen away by Asher Kanopik. They'll call it on that foul on Asher. That's his second, 4th team foul. And Quinn will go to the line to shoot the N1 as the bucket is good here with 1:52 to go. He makes the free throw. Cole Kanopik will come back in for Wyatt Johnson, and Leighton Sear will come in for Hank Smith. 1:52 to go to halftime, 26-19. Frenchtown leads here on your JD Detailing scoreboard. Jensen will bring it across the timeline for the Vikings, calling something out over to Colin Wade, back underneath. He has Jensen nearly stolen away. Sear will come up with a loose ball. Griffin. Peterson, Griffin underneath, throws it off the glass, no good. Knocked away by Wade. They're going to call it a number 10, Jack Jensen. That's his first, 5th team foul. So the new rules in high school, after 5 team fouls in a quarter, they'll get 2 free throws. The other team, they don't shoot 1-1 anymore here. So Leighton Sear will shoot 2 for Frenchtown with 1:30 to go here in the first half. 26-19 on the Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Sear misses the first one, and Klimpel will come in for Quinn with 1:30 to go. And Sear will get one more for the Bronx. Second one no good, and Asher Kanopik gets the rebound for the Vikings. Colin Wade in the backcourt. Got to get it across, gets it over to Jensen. Now about to Cole Kanopik over to the left side. Jensen, 3-point shot, just off the rim, no good. Colin Wade gets it underneath, saves it to Eli Thornus. Thornus off the backboard, scores it, and he'll get to shoot the N1. As foul is called to number 55, Henry Griffin. That's his first, 2nd team foul here. And Eli Quinn will come back in for Frenchtown with 1:10 to go. Jack Lucky, number 33, will come in for Bigfork, replacing Asher Kanopik, who has 2 personals. Want to keep him out of foul trouble. Thornus at the line. Too strong. Cole Kanopik right there. Held ball. Arrow points towards Frenchtown, but Cole battling underneath off that missed free throw. 26-21, Vikes within 5 with 1:08 to go till halftime. On the Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard, Quinn across the timeline. 30 seconds on the shot clock. They'll get up to Haynes, over to Sear. Peterson nearly stolen away, bad pass. Jensen, Colin Wade off his foot. Griffin will get it to Thornus. 10 seconds on the shot clock. And one of the Eli Quinn throwing an elbow there. You got to be careful as they're battling underneath, and got to separate him. He can't throw an elbow there. He'll get taken out of the ball game as Klimpel will come back in for Frenchtown. 39.2 to go. 35 seconds on the shot clock. A little blood on Colin Wade. So Asher Knoppett will come back in the ball game because the official blows his whistle. Official timeout because Wade had a little blood on his right hand from that skirmish with Quinn. Jensen looking. Backdoor. Asher Knoppett nearly loses it. Gives it to Lucky. Lucky going to go up, out to Knoppett. Cole Knoppett off the glass with a three-point shot, no good. Rebounded there by Klimpel. Klimpel with the basketball. Got it by Jensen. Sear. He'll give it over to Peterson. Peterson calling out of play. Peterson, 5 seconds though. Peterson, long three. It's going to be short. Rebound by Thorness. Thorness throws it up at the buzzer. No good. So your halftime score on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard, it is the Frenchtown Bronx 26, Bigfork Vikings 21. I'll be back with your halftime show and your halftime stats here from Frenchtown, Montana, as the Bronx lead the Vikes 26-21 on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. And a good battle as Bigfork battled back. Down early by double digits, able to pull within 5. I'll be back after this timeout. Well, welcome back to Frenchtown. It's the Vikings taking on the Bronx here at halftime. 26-21, the Broncos lead. And halftime brought to you by Hanson Excavating, demolition, site preparation, excavating, and grading. In business for 30 years. Fred Hanson, 837-1051. Or HansonExcavating.com for all your excavating needs. Get a hold of Fred Hanson. Well, taking a look at halftime stats, it's easy to see what's going on for Frenchtown. Their 6'7" guy, Quinn, leading the way with 18. 9 in the first, 9 in the second. Second leading scorer, or two. The only other ones to score is Hank Smith with 4, 2 in each quarter, and then Leighton Sear. They scored 13 in the first, 13 in the second, 26 at halftime. And for the Vikings, they only had 6 in the first, but they put up 15 in the second, so a much better quarter as they found their groove. Not having played a game yet, so that's probably what we're seeing. Lead the way, Eli Thornton. He had 2 in the first. He had 6 in the second, 8.6 in the second, 8 points total. Wyatt Johnson with 2, Jack Jensen with 4, and then with 7 is Asher Kanopik. He hit that big 3, and so 2 in the first and 5 in the second. So 6 in the first overall, 15 in the second for 21 at halftime, and we'll see what comes out in the second half. It's got a little scrappy there towards the end, going loose balls, trading held balls back and forth for Bigfork and Frenchtown. So a good battle here. 2 of the strong teams here in the West. And we'll probably see them down the road when it comes to divisionals later on. But we're still early here at the Western A tip-off tournament in Frenchtown, Montana. 26-21 here on your Hanson Excavating halftime scoreboard here from Frenchtown, Montana. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikings and Valves. Don't forget, coming up later on at 7:30 tonight, we'll be on about 7:15 as the Valkyries will take on the Lady Broncs of Frenchtown. That'll be over in the high school gym. Scheduled for a 7:30 tip tonight, so hopefully things are running on time. I'll be back after this timeout with your second half from Frenchtown, Montana. It's 26-21, Frenchtown leading Bigfork at halftime. Well, welcome back to Frenchtown, the Western A tip-off tournament. It's the Vikes taking on the Frenchtown Bronx, the host team. They trail by 5 at halftime, as able to battle back in the second quarter, make it closer within 5. We'll get ready to kick things off. Frenchtown will get the basketball. They'll head left to right on your dial. Vikings right to left. We got Asher Kanopic, same starting 5. Yep, we do. Johnson, Wade, Thornus, and Asher and Jensen. Kanopic. Asher Kanopic. Backdoor, they tried the alley-oop. The same thing Bigfork did. That didn't work. You got Sear. You got Jantz, Peterson, Quinn, and Smith for Frenchtown. Underneath backdoor, Thornus. Or check that. Asher Kanopic on the drive. Thornus gets a rebound. Can put off the glass. Too strong. No good. Rebounded there by Quinn for Frenchtown. Brings it up the court. They'll give it top of the key. Sear looking to drive. Sear looking, kicks it out. Peterson. Peterson driving. Up, off the glass. Foul's going to be called on Jack Jensen. That'll be his second. First team foul here in the third quarter on the Vikes here. It was 7:21 to go. And it was shooting, so at the line is Bo Peterson to shoot 2. First shot is up and good. He'll get one more. 7:21 to go here in the third quarter. Second shot up is good as well. Yeah, get it into Jensen. Jensen, the backcourt pressure defense. Looks like a 1-2-2. Looking to trap his Frenchtown. Get Wade, Jensen. Back to Wade in the front court. Over to Jensen. Jensen left side looking to drive up. Pull-up jumper by Jensen is good. He's good with those little 10 to 12 footers, and he makes that easily. There's Jack Jensen. Sear. Basketball pressure to not Bigfork. Get to Smith. And blocked. Oh, a little bit of a late whistle there. And Johnson tried to block it, getting called for the foul. 2 shots by Jantz. Here, that's the third personal on Wyatt Johnson. Second team foul by Bigfork here in the third quarter. Jantz at the line. He'll get 2 for Frenchtown. Off the rim, off the backboard, falls for Jantz. He makes the first one with 6:52 to go here in the third. 29-23 on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. Jantz will get one more. This one off the rim, no good. Jensen will grab the rebound for the Vikes. Gives it up to Colin Wade. Wade will come across the timeline. Excuse me, for Bigfork. Out to Thornus. Thornus looking to drive up, under, in. And blocking fouls. Thornus takes it to the bucket. And the foul's on 0, Leighton Sear. That's his second first team foul. Eli Thornus was shooting, so he'll get 2. He makes the first one, and he'll get one more. Thornus shot, second shot up and short. Rebounded by Sear. 29-24 on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. Frenchtown leads Bigfork. Quinn looking to drive in. Peterson baseline. Kicks it back out to Quinn. Quinn left corner. Going to pull up for a 3. No off the rim. Colin Wade with the rebound for Bigfork. Quickly up. Gives it up to Asher Kanopic over the left side. Back out to Wade near half court. Wade looking to set it up. Gives it up to Thornus. Thornus looking to drive. Drive in underneath Jensen. Off the glass. And a nice pass by Thornus. Scores the bucket. Vikes within 3 with 6:06 to go. Smith over to Peterson. Peters baseline. Looking for Quinn. Wade denying him on defense. Sear on the right wing. Wade right there. 2-3 zone by Bigfork. Underneath Smith. Pass gets in. Smith scores the bucket on a nice pass there by Jantz. Into Wade. Jensen. Looking across the timeline as Jensen gets it up. Back out to Wade. Jensen throws it just a little high. Jensen able to grab it. Back out to Wade. Over to Wyatt Johnson, left side. Johnson looking to drive. Kicks it over to Jensen. Baseline. Eli Thornus, baseline jumper off the side of the backboard. No good by Thornus. Grabbed there by Frenchtown. Eli Quinn with the basketball. They'll give it up. Peterson, 5:15 to go 24 seconds on the shot clock. Smith, three-point shot on the way from the right wing is good. And he's only a freshman. Gives up to Jensen, back to Wade, backcourt, gets it over to Wyatt Johnson in the front court. They'll give it out to Wade. Wade, top of the key, looking to set something up. Wyatt Johnson, left wing, gives it to Jensen underneath. Thornus, back out to Jensen. No, Thornus has it. Turnaround jumper by Thornus from about 12 feet is good. 34-28. Peterson looking to drive. Thornus right there. And Thornus will get his call for his third team foul. Number 15, Austin Savick in for the Vikes. With 4:43 to go here in the third. Vikes trail by 6, 34-28 on your Flathead Lake Live scoreboard. Peterson looking to drive. Looked like he traveled there. Wade grabs the rebound, gives it up to Austin Savick. Savick will lose it to Peterson. Back out to Quinn, stolen away by Peterson. Quinn grabs it for Frenchtown. In the left corner, he travels as Yance tries to run away with it. And number 4, Jackson Haynes will come in for Frenchtown. Returning for Bigfork, number 23, Cole Kanopik here. 4:27 to go in the third, 34-28 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Bigfork basketball. Savick gets it into Wade. Wade crossed the timeline for Bigfork. Look at that 2-3 zone by Frenchtown. Austin Savick, pull-up jumper. Just a bit too strong right there. Bigfork battling with it. Smith grabs the rebound for Frenchtown. Quickly up. Duggan back out to Sear. They'll give it up to Quinn. Quinn in the corner. He'll give it up to Yance. Yance pass a little bit strong, but Haynes able to save it. Yance in the corner. Back out Smith, top of the key. Looking to drive is Smith. Pull-up jumper out the glass, too strong. And right there, grabbing Savick. And Smith will foul Savick. Fouls at number 34, Hank Smith. That's his second team foul. And 55, Henry Griffin will come in the ballgame. Cole gives it up to Colin Wade for Bigfork. Man-to-man defense by Frenchtown. They switched it up. Colin Wade over. Cole Kanopik, left wing, looking underneath. Back out to Wade. Over to Cole. Gives it to Asher. Or check that. Austin Savick underneath to Jensen. Jensen turnaround jumper partially blocked. And Frenchtown with the basketball. Quinn across the timeline. 3:15 to go here. Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard still 34-28. Frenchtown over Bigfork. Pass intended for Haynes. Goes out of bounds. It'll stay Frenchtown basketball as Bigfork tipped it. Number 5, Eli Thorne is back in the lineup for the Vikes. He'll come in for Savick with 3:11 to go here in the third. Wyatt Johnson returning will replace Jensen for the Vikes. 23 seconds on the shot clock for Frenchtown. Inbound to Sear. Sear left side. Knocked out of bounds by Johnson. It'll remain Frenchtown basketball. Over on the far side, Griffin will inbound for the Bronx. Gets it out to Yance. Guarded by Wade. Stowed away. Cross court pass to Haynes by Wyatt Johnson. Quickly up. Johnson underneath 5. Thornus. Oh, misses the layup. Gets his own rebound. Off the glass. No good. Too strong. Battling. And Thornus is going to pick up his 4th as he's battling with the rebound with Quinn. And Jensen will have to come back in. That's the 4th personal here in the third quarter on Thornus. One more, they shoot free throws. One more foul on Thornus. He's done for the game. Bigfork can't afford to lose him. His presence underneath. 2:52 to go here in the third. Still 34-28 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Quinn with the basketball. He'll give it up to Sear. Over to Klimpo, who's in the ballgame. Quinn looking to drive. Asher Kanopik doing a pretty nice job there. Klimpo with the basketball. Out to Sear. Sear top of the key. Fakes the drive. Looking. Trying to find Quinn. Kanopik denying him. Gets it out to Quinn. And looking to trap Sear, top of the key, looking to drive. Out to Haynes. Back out to Quinn. 5 seconds of shot clock. Shot of the way. No good. Rebounded there by Colin Wade. Knocked out of bounds by Griffin. It'll be Bigfork basketball. 2:15 to go. Still 34-28 on your Montana Athletic Club. Scoreboard, Bigfork basketball into Colin Wade. Backcourt pressure, defense put it by Klimpo. Wade will easily break that. Brings it across the timeline. Over to Jensen. Johnson, left side. He's looking for Cole Kanopik cutting. No, Johnson back over to Wade. Wade, long three by Colin Wade off the front of the rim. Jensen gets the long rebound. Looking underneath. Gives it out to Johnson. Johnson, top of the key. Over to Colin Wade. Baseline. Asher Kanopik just a bit strong. Right into Quinn's hands. And we'll bring it up the left side. Klimpo underneath. He's got Griffin. Griffin putting up strong. Fouls on 0. That's the fourth personal on Wyatt Johnson, who was just laying on the ground, and Griffin tripped over him. They're going to call a blocking foul on him. That's the fifth personal, so free throws should be shot by Griffin. So Griffin will get 2 free throws. As Wyatt Johnson was just laying on the ground, and they call a blocking foul on him. I don't believe that one. Sorry. 1:39 to go, 34-28 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Henry Griffin at the line to shoot 2. First shot up is good. Jack Lucky will come in for Wyatt Johnson. Number 30, Dylan Pravecchio will come in for Asher Kanopik. I think coach trying to get him a breather before the fourth quarter with 1:39 to go. Griffin, one more. Second shot is good. 36-28. Was that 34-28 for the longest time? Into Wade. Wade crossed the timeline, guarded by Klimpo. Over to Jensen. Jensen right side. Back out to Wade. Wade going to look to drive. Kicks it over. Cole Kanopik, baseline 3. On the way. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Tickling the twine is Cole Kanopik with the 3, within 5 now. Baseline jumper. No, he travels first. That's number 12, Brody Hardy, in the ballgame from Frenchtown. Takes steps before he takes the shot. 1:14 to go, 36-31. So Vikings are within 5 here on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Jensen gets it into Colin Wade. So a good battle in this ballgame. Kind of low scoring, only 36-21 here in the third. Wade across the timeline for the Vikes. Gives up to Cole Kanopik. Over to Dylan Pravecchio to Jack Jensen. Underneath had Cole. Jensen, Dylan Pravecchio looking to drive. Gives it to Colin Wade. Colin Wade. Pravecchio off the glass for 2 on the feed from Colin Wade. The Vikes within 3 now. Here. 36-33 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Eli Quinn, top of the key. 2-3 zone by Bigfork. Colin Wade over the right side to Klimpo. Haynes. Quinn, 3-point shot from the left side. Short. Rebound there by Jensen. With 30 seconds to go, the shot clock is off. And looks like coach going to slow things down. Hold for 1 here in the third. Colin Wade, top of the key. Gives it over to Jensen. Jensen right side. Looking down to 15 seconds to go here in the third. Jensen going to look to drive. Jensen over to Cole Kanopik. 5 seconds to go. Jensen, long 3 on the way. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Jensen ties the ball game at the end of 3. 36-36. And a long 3-pointer on your Bigfork Harvest Foods scoreboard. Jensen had to shoot that shot. He was 5 feet behind the arc and finds nothing but the bottom of the net to tie the ball game. Asher Kanopik will come back in to start the fourth quarter for the Vikes. Here, we got 8 minutes to go. We'll take a timeout. Be right back here for the conclusion of this ball game. It's tied at 36-36 between the Bronx and the Vikes. All right, folks, welcome back to an exciting ball game. Jensen tying it up just before the end of the third quarter, before the buzzer launches a long three. Tied at 36-36. It'll be Bigfork basketball to start the fourth quarter here in Frenchtown. 8 minutes to go in this opening ball game for the Vikes and Frenchtown in this Western A tip-off tournament. Over to Ash Konopik, top of the key, backdoor Lucky. Player control foul, or team control foul, number 30, Dylan Provecchio on the screen, trying to screen and loosen up Jack Lucky for the backdoor alley-oop. That'll be first one on Provecchio, first team foul. Haynes, pressure defense put on by Bigfork. Big Quinn, top of the key. They're double teaming him, not going to give him a shot. Smith in the right corner, looking to drive. Lucky cuts him off. Smith, nice move by Hank Smith, the freshman. Up and under, goes up on the left. Jensen looking, right side, gives it up to Asher. Asher in the front court for Bigfork. Over to Cole Konopik. Konopik out to Asher. Konopik over to Cole. Cole, long three. Off the rim, no good. Haynes with a rebound. Dylan Provecchio held ball, but the arrow points towards Frenchtown here as Bigfork had the ball at the quarter. 38-36. Bigfork up by 2. Quinn with the basketball. Haynes over to Klimple. Back out to Haynes. Baseline. Quinn. Cole Konopik. They're looking to trap him. Klimple. Haynes. Right. Knocked away by Bigfork. Smith gets it. Quinn. And Provecchio getting a call for the personal as he blocked him but got him with the body. That's the second one on Provecchio, second team foul. And at the line is Quinn, makes the first one. Eli Thornus, Wyatt Johnson, Colin Wade come in, replacing Lucky, Cole Konopik, and Dylan Provecchio. Check that. I'm so used to Frenchtown's not home there. They're in the dark, so they're the guests. They're up 39-36, on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Quinn with one more. Shot is good. 40-36, 6:45 to go here in the ball game. Get it into Colin Wade. Colin Wade will bring it across the timeline. Gives it over to Asher Konopik. Asher left side, looking for Wade. Wyatt Johnson driving baseline. Looking, gives it to Jensen. Jensen looking up, under. Finds Asher Konopik. Asher looking, driving out. Colin Wade over to Asher. Three-point shot. Asher Konopik off the rim, no good. Rebounded there by Quinn. They're going to call holding foul. Number 4, Jackson Haynes trying to box out Jensen. And that's his first personal, first team foul. Underneath, Eli Thornus gets it out to Jensen. On the inbounds pass. Jensen top of the key. Wyatt Johnson, 29 seconds to go on the shot clock. Johnson, crossover, looking to drive. And he's going to shoot 2. Fouls at number 11. That's Connor Klimple. That's his first, second team foul. At the line for the Vikes, number 0. It's Wyatt Johnson shooting 2 for the Vikings. Here was 6:08 to go. First shot up. Good by Johnson. He'll get one more. 40-37 on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. Vikes trail by 3. Here was 6:08 to go. Johnson's second shot. Nothing but the bottom of the net within 2 now at 40-38. Quickly up in the corner. Haynes finds Quinn. Quinn double teamed. Triple teamed. They're going to call a foul on Jensen, reaching in, trying to steal it away. That's his third team foul on the Vikes. 2 more and 2 free throws for Frenchtown. Underneath, Smith, three-point shot on the way by Haynes is good for Frenchtown. Now they're up by 5. 5:50 to go here in the ballgame. 43-38. Wade gets it across the timeline for Bigfork. Over to Asher Konopik, left side. Gets it out, Wade. Top of the key. Asher Konopik thought about it. Going to drive in. Had Jensen open. Jensen couldn't handle the pass. Klippel comes up with it. Gives it back to Quinn. Quinn slowly going to bring it up across the timeline for Frenchtown. Gives it over to Haynes. Out to Klippel. Over to Quinn. Quinn left side. Sear. Baseline jumper 3. No good. Jensen gets the rebound for Bigfork. They'll give it up to Colin Wade. Colin Wade over to Asher Konopik. And Bigfork will take a timeout. A full timeout taken by the Vikings. Henry Griffin will return for Frenchtown. A full timeout here. 43-38 here in the fourth quarter. We'll take a timeout here. I'll be back with the conclusion of the ball game. Here it's 43-38, Frenchtown leading on your Hanson Excavating scoreboard from Frenchtown, Montana. All right, we're back down here in Frenchtown. Yesterday tip-off. Vikings trail by 5, 43-38, 5:09 to go here in the ball game. And Bigfork basketball. Jensen will inbound. 29 seconds on the shot clock here. 43-38 on your Hanson Excavating scoreboard. Jensen looking to get it inbound. Gets it into Wade. Wade in the front court will give it up to Jensen. Jensen top of the key, looking to drive right side. Looking for Wade. Cut it, gives it to Thornus. Thornus to the route jumper, no good. In and out. Johnson able to get the rebound for Bigfork. Going to get it out to Thornus. Thornus got to be careful. He's got his four personals. Out to Asher. Underneath Jensen. Finds Thornus baseline. Thornus going to go up. He's going to get fouled. Going to get to shoot 2. And they're going to call that on 0. Leighton Sear, his third team foul. Eli Thornus to the line to shoot 2 for the Vikes with 4:48 to go. Thornus shot up and good. Nice shot. He gets one more. Within 4 now are the Vikes. They can get within and tie it, but they haven't been able to get it over that hump yet. Thornus, second shot on the way is good. He makes both within 3, 43-40 on your JD Detailing scoreboard here from Frenchtown. Quinn will give it up. Haynes, Klippel. Back to Haynes. Looking underneath, finds Quinn. Quinn gets double teamed right away. Kicks it out. Klippel, top of the key. Over. Sear. Stolen away. Jensen knocks it away. Grabs the basketball. The quick hands of Jack Jensen. Across the timeline, gives it up to Wade. Wade over to Johnson. Back to Jensen. Jensen on the left wing. He'll bring it out. Feeds Colin Wade. Baseline. Thornus. Back out to Wade. Jensen, top of the key. Wade, 3-point shot. Splash down. Ties the ball game. Colin Wade, the lefty. With 4 minutes to go here in the ball game, we're tied at 43. Over to Haynes. Klippel. Right side, Sear. Sear guarded by Johnson. Out to Haynes. Klippel trying to get it to Quinn, but they're double teaming every time he touches the basketball. Griffin tries. Nice feed by Griffin underneath to Quinn. And Thornus had to back off with the 4 personals. And the bucket by Quinn. They give it up. Asher Konopik across the timeline for Bigfork. Out to Wade. A good ball game here. Johnson. Eli Thornus looking. Finds Jensen. Jensen's got that little jumper. Usually makes that. Misses it off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Quinn. 45-43 on your JD Detailing scoreboard. Quinn with the basketball. 2-3 trapping zone defense by Bigfork underneath the Sear. Johnson knocks it away as a pass intended for Griffin. Yance and Peterson will come in for Frenchtown here. 3:10 to go. And Frenchtown leading by 2, 45-43. Quinn Gets it into Jantz. Looking for Quinn in the corner. Jantz gets it over to Peterson. Peterson top of the key, looking to drive. Tries to get through Knoppik, cannot. Knoppik gets up to Jensen. Jensen looking, drives in, off the glass, misses it. Right there is Colin Wade. And Wade puts it back up, gets fouled. It's no good. Way to go to the line. Fouls at number 2. Duggan Jantz, that's his first 14th foul on Frenchtown. At the line, shooting 2, number 22. The point guard, Colin Wade, the senior for the Vikes. In and out for Colin. Number 34, Hank Smith, returning to the lineup, replacing Haynes for Frenchtown. 2:57 to go here in the ballgame, a 2-point ballgame. Wade gets one more for the Vikes. This time, in and out, no good. Griffin, he misses both free throws. And Griffin gets the rebound, gives it up to Quinn. Quinn going to walk it across the timeline, slowly running some clock. He'll give it over to Jantz. Out to Peterson. Peterson top of the key. Jantz on the right side, right wing. Looking, finds Quinn. Quinn baseline going to get double teamed. Oh, Wyatt Johnson gets knocked down. And no whistle there. Either way. Smith gives it over in the corner. Griffin, 3-point shot on the way by Griffin is good. And Frenchtown will take a 30-second timeout. As Griffin hits the 3-point shot from the left corner, 48-43, 2:24 to go in the ballgame. A 30-second timeout. And 48-43 on your Bigfork Harvest Foods scoreboard. A good ball game. Vikes, again, started out slow, but really kind of found their groove and battled back here in this ball game. So a good ball game. Like I told you, Frenchtown had the advantage of already playing once this week against Whitefish. Bigfork hasn't played a game, so their first game, and I think they're just finding their feet. So got some good things to work with here in this ball game. We'll talk about all that later. Speaking of Eli Quinn, he's committed to Montana Tech to play basketball. I guess that's where his parents played basketball, so he'll be going to Tech next year. He's a really good ball player, the 6'7" senior for Frenchtown. Got away with the basketball. He'll give it over to Asher Knoppik. Back to Wade. Cross, Wyatt Johnson in the front court. Out to Wade. Wade over to Johnson. Jensen looking underneath. Colin Wade, top of the key. Just short. Tipped up by Jensen. And Jensen will get 2. Fouls at number 13, Eli Quinn. That's his third 15th foul, but he was trying to tip it up and shoot it. So he'll get 2 free throws. Jack Jensen at the line for the Vikes with 2:05 to go. Jensen's first shot, a little strong off the back of the rim, no good. Number 23, Cole Knoppik, we return to the ballgame for Colin Wade. And Jensen will get one more for the Vikes. Second shot up. This time it's good. 48-44, 2:05 to go on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Eli Quinn slowly bringing across the timeline. Down to under 30 seconds on the shot clock. Gives it over to Jantz. Jantz looking for Peterson underneath the Griffin. Smith, baseline jumper is good by Hank Smith. Jensen with a basketball across the timeline for Bigfork. Gets it over Cole Knoppik on the right side. Out to Asher Knoppik. Asher looking. Cole. Thought about shooting 3. Skip past Wyatt Johnson. Baseline. Eli Thornes. Kick it out to Wyatt Johnson. Asher Knoppik. Back to Johnson. 3-point shot. Oh, off the rim. No good. Right there. Battling underneath it. Eli Thornes. It'll be held ball. It'll be Bigfork basketball. On the held ball. Leighton Sear, Connor Klimpo back in the ballgame for Frenchtown, replacing Griffin and Peterson. Bigfork basketball, 12 seconds on the shot clock. Jensen will inbound, 50-44. Excuse me. Frenchtown leading on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Officials talking about something out there. Jensen. Asher Knoppik, right side looking underneath Jensen. Look, off the glass. Jensen misses it. Got to have those bunnies. Cleared out, rebounded by Smith. And Quinn will get it up. Yance back out to Quinn. Almost 1 minute to go. They got a 6-point lead. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Quinn gathered by Asher Kanopik. Over to Klimpel. Klimpel out, looking. Back underneath. Sear gets it out to Quinn. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Quinn looking to drive underneath. Feeds Smith. Yes, right there, Wyatt Johnson. What he did all last year, getting set and taking the charge. That's a player control foul on Smith. They don't shoot free throws. And 44.6 to go. So player control fouls, team control fouls. It's an offensive foul. You don't shoot free throws. Colin Wade. Need to get a good shot here. Eli Thornus, top of the key, looking to drive. Thornus looking underneath Jensen. 3-point shot by Jensen. The corner misses it. Jensen tries to run it down. Yance runs it down, gives it up to Quinn with 30 seconds to go. And only 3 teams foul now, 4, as Asher Kanopik has to foul Quinn. That's only the 4th team foul. One more will put them at the line. They'll get 2 free throws. 28.1 to go. 50-44 on your Hanson Excavating scoreboard. Peterson and Griffin will come back in for Klimpel and Sear with 28 seconds to go. Timeout taken. A full timeout taken by Frenchtown. And we'll be back after this timeout to wrap up this ball game in the Western A tip-off tournament. A heck of a ball game this has been. We'll talk about that here after this timeout. All right, we're back here in Frenchtown. Here, 50-44, Frenchtown leads. And they'll have the basketball in the backcourt on the far side with 28.1 to go. Shot clock is off. Bigfork is going to have to foul or get a steal here and get up a good shot. Griffin inbound. Looking, finds Smith. Smith gets fouled right away. Yeah, that's going to be 5 on Eli Thornus. Wyatt Johnson will come in. Sear and Klimpel back in for Frenchtown. And Wyatt Johnson back in. At the line is Hank Smith. He'll get 2 free throws. That's how high school works now. Once you get 5. We don't shoot 1-and-1 anymore. We go right to 2 free throws after 5 shots. First shot out the front of the rim, no good. So 26.7 to go. We still got an opportunity to do the Vikes. Get this rebound, push it up, getting up a good shot. 3 timeouts left for Bigfork. No good. Rebound, Cole Kanopik gets it quickly up the court. Got to get a quick shot up. Colin Wade, Asher Kanopik looking to drive. Gets it out, Jensen. Colin Wade looking to drive. Wade in. Misses the layup, but got fouled. He's driving in by Klimpel. And Wade will go to the line to shoot 2. That's the second one on Klimpel. Yeah, 15 foul. As he'll get 2 free throws. As Wade was shooting. First one is good. Griffin and Haynes will come in for Yance and Klimpel for Frenchtown. Makes the first one 13.1 to go. 50-45, the Vikes within 5. And Wade will get one more for Bigfork. Too strong off the thing. Wade gets the rebound. He blew the whistle. The ball came back to him as a hit, and Wade grabbed it. Well, I say Wade crossed the line before it got to the backboard. So he tried to miss it on purpose. 12.4 to go. A foul on Bigfork trying on the inbound. 12.4 still to go. And Quinn will go to the line to shoot 2. That foul's on 22. That's Colin Wade, his first. 2 shots for Eli Quinn with 12.4 to go. First shot up is good. Yance and Peterson back in the lineup for Frenchtown. And Smith and Griffin will go out. Timeout taken by Frenchtown. 12.4 to go. It'll have to be a full timeout. 51-45, 6-point lead. So a 2-possession game as Quinn will get one more. And we'll take a timeout here from Frenchtown, Montana. The Vikes trail 51-45 on your Hanson Excavating scoreboard. Well, welcome back. Vikes down by 6 here. Big hurdle overcome. 2 possessions. If they can get the rebound, get up and get a shot up and get a steal. Eli Quinn will get one more at the line. Try to make it a 3-possession game as they're up by 6 here. 51-45 on your Hanson Excavating scoreboard. 12.4 to go here in the ballgame. Shot is up and good. Quickly into Cole Kanopik. Give it Johnson. Johnson loses the bounce pass from Asher Kanopik. 52-45. 7.7 to go. 7-point lead. Sear gets it in. Cole Kanopik will foul Haynes. Haynes will go to the line for 2. That's the second one on Cole Kanopik. And 2 shots for Jackson Haynes. Going to make it not as close as it was because it was tied here. Haynes' first shot no good. He'll get one more. A 7-point lead for Frenchtown. 6.2 to go. Misses it. Cole grabs the rebound, gets it up Asher. Kanopik pulls up, 3-point shot is good for the top of the key. That is your ball game, though. That will count. So 52-48. Is your final on your JD Detailing scoreboard here. I'll be back with full game stats here from Frenchtown, Montana, as Frenchtown wins this one 52-48. A great battle, though, by Bigfork. I'll be back after this timeout with post game here from Frenchtown. Well, welcome back to Frenchtown. Your final 52-48. They win this one by 4, but Bigfork got down early, 13-6 in the first. Able to battle back and make a game of it. Couldn't quite get things done right down there in the fourth quarter, but they had it tied late on that three-point shot by Jensen right at the third quarter, end of the third quarter buzzer, and a long three about 5 feet behind. And postgame brought to you by the Montana Athletic Club. What's keep you from getting fit with this guest classes? Personal training, Pilates, 850 Holt Drive in Bigfork, 837-2582. Look at your full game stats here. Looks like Sear had 6, 1 for Duggan Yachts. Peterson had 2. $24 for overall for Eli Quinn leading the way. 24 of their 42. Also stepping up, Hank Smith, only a freshman listed here. He had 13. And then we had 5 for Henry Griffin, just a sophomore for them. So that was their score. They scored 13 in the first, 13 in the second. We're held to 10 in the third and 16 in the fourth. Overall, they score 52. Does Frenchtown. For Bigfork, I was really proud of the way the kids battled today. They hadn't played a game yet, and able to get things going here after that slow start in the first quarter. I think just filling each other out, getting used to each other, and how all that works. Wyatt Johnson with 4. Eli Thornes 13. Jensen hit some big shots with 13 as well. So they're the leading scorers, 13 apiece for Jensen and Thornes. Wade didn't score. He hit a big 3 in the fourth quarter. Kanopik, Cole hit a 3 as well. Asher hit for 2 threes, and he scored 10. And Dylan Pavekovo with 2. So a slow start, 6 in the first, 15 in the second, 15 again in the third, 12 in the fourth quarter, and they lose this one 52-48. But I think that's showing something to the coach what kind of capabilities that Bigfork has in their first game. So it'll be interesting tomorrow. Dylan's going to be another tough test. Dylan and Columbia Falls played earlier, so that'll be good as well. So your final 52-48 is Frenchtown, the host over the Bigfork Vikings. Hey, don't forget, tune in here. Next game is 7:30 as the Valkyries will take on the Lady Bronx of Frenchtown tonight, and I'll be around broadcasting that game. So come back and listen to that. Thanks for listening out there. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes. And Vals, thanks for listening to Viking basketball here on BFST Events. We'll talk to you a little bit later as the Valkyries will take on Frenchtown tonight at 7:30 from the high school gym. Thank you, and good night wherever you are. We'll see you in a couple hours, or about an hour and a half. Thank you.